Hey everybody, this is Tarshan.
This is Mayo.
So, today we're doing a podcast.
So why are we doing this?
Because of COVID-19.
We're stuck inside the house.
We got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
We have so many hours to kill. Why not do a podcast? And this is something
we've been talking about for a while now, and now's our opportunity.
For so many years, man.
Many years. Yeah.
But it's okay. We're doing it. We're finally doing it. We're just going to jump right into the topic of loneliness.
Yes, and mental health. So there's three kind of situations or scenarios that we talked about earlier today.
Yeah.
One was being completely isolated and being alone by yourself. Second situation was being surrounded by family and loved ones, but still feeling lonely. And the third situation is the situation we're in now, where you're with a loved one and you're isolated from the outside world, but you don't feel as lonely.
But, going back to the first one, where you're being lonely by yourself, like being isolated by yourself, that happens here and there for me, because every time you take vacation, right? Where you, I think last year, was it last year you went to Ireland or London?
Yeah.
So I was here by myself and I was enjoying it, man. I'm like, this man is gone, by myself, self-reflect, I'm just enjoying. I love that space I love the space that I had.
Yeah.
But that only lasted for 2 to 3 days, bro.
Yeah.
2 to 3 days. And after that, the third day, I started feeling lonely, man. I'm like, oh, okay, I need that human connection now. Okay, I'm missing it. So that's when I made those phone calls. I'm like, bro, who's free? We need to go to the bars. We need to hang out.
Yeah.
Like, I started to become very lonely on the fourth day. So for me, nothing more than 3 days, right?
Then you crave the human connection.
Yeah, I need it, man. I need it. But what about you, man?
For me, the situation was a little different. I've lived here in the space alone.
Yeah.
And during that time, like, as you were saying, the first couple of days, maybe even like a week, was good. A good time to reflect and stuff.
Yeah.
But after that, I started craving the human connection.
Yeah.
I had this experience before in university too, but I was a different Mayo then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was.
He changed. He's a changed man now.
I was very shy, and I struggled with making human connection, which I think I've improved on now.
Yeah.
So the loneliness I experienced then was quite severe. It had a lot to do with my self-esteem and who I thought I was, and just struggling to make human connections, craving the human connection, but struggling to make the human connection.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that are tuning in may have that experience too.
Yeah.
And this is for another time. We'll talk about like self-esteem and all that another time.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things I've struggled with this situation or scenario too is being surrounded by loved ones, but still feeling lonely. So my personal experience, so our families have been calling us home because of the whole COVID-19 crisis, but we've opted to stay here.
I want to stay here. I'm not going back, man.
This is why. We'll tell you why. So personally, I have a difficult time connecting with people in my family. Yeah. And it's just because our values are very different. And where we see ourselves or how we express ourselves is very different. So oftentimes it's a directive that's given to you. It's not, do you want to do this, or how's this? Is this, you should do this, or you should do that. Yeah. So living at home, which I did for a long period of time, I went away for university and then came back. It was very difficult. I felt very lonely at that point in my life because I felt like I was disconnected not only from everyone else, but disconnected from myself. I didn't have the space to figure out who I was or really think about what I wanted or what I wanted to do. Yeah. Everything was kind of prescribed, and it was a very restrictive environment. Yeah. So I suffered with a lot of depressive episodes and a little bit of anxiety at that point in time as well. Yeah. So that was my experience of being lonely but surrounded by loved ones. Yeah. What about yours?
For me, man, when I used to live with my parents, there was constant nagging, but more than that, there was expectations, right, from my parents, which I need to meet. So every time I don't meet those expectations, I feel like, a loser. Like, my self-esteem took a hit, and I wanted to hide. Like, I don't want to face them, because there were expectations I got to meet, and I couldn't meet them. I feel like a loser. So I hide in my room, in my white room. You've been in my room.
I've been there.
It's white. it's very depressing. You don't want to be in that room.
Yeah.
But I've been in that room. That's where I hide myself, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I was by myself.
It's just like safe space.
Yeah, that was my safe space.
Mm-hmm.
But even though I had my parents and my siblings in the house with people around me, people who love me at the end of the day,
Yeah.
but I still felt lonely.
It's because of that human connection, right?
Exactly. And now right now my parents are calling me back, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to go back. I like to be here.
You can be yourself.
And
I can be who you are, yeah.
Exactly, I can be myself, right? And I feel like, and another thing is, I don't want to revisit
those memories.
Right? And I don't want to go back to that. So I'm trying to stay away from the whole ordeal.
Yeah. I guess that kind of brings us to this situation now.
Yeah.
Where, yes, we're isolated from the world outside. We've known each other for 20 years now.
20.
So a really long time.
20 years, grade 3, bro.
Grade 3.
He was my first friend, by the way.
Yeah.
So for another time.
A long time, yeah, for another time. So this situation is a little different because I feel like we respect each other's mental health, we respect each other's boundaries, and we hold space for each other as well.
Yeah.
And you probably know a lot about how much Darshan cares about all this stuff, seeing his Basement Reels videos. Yeah. But it feels different. Like, yes, we are isolated from the outside world, but I don't feel lonely per se because there's a friend right beside me, right? Someone we could talk to. And...
Yeah, especially, dude, we have so much things in common. Like, during those 20 years, we shared so many experiences together, right?
For sure.
So right now, what we're doing is we're just revisiting those old memories reminiscing the past. I'm like, there's so many things to talk about, and even now, like, we're doing something together right now, like a podcast right now. Right? So there's always something like this. We're always doing something in this space. Yeah. Sure, we get bored sometimes. Like, I get tired of them. I'm like, okay, bro, I don't want to see your face like 24/7. Come on, man.
That happens.
But at the end of the day,
it's nice. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I prefer this than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And you have anything else to add, man?
No, we just wanted to share snippets of our stories with you folks. Yeah. Just because these are moments where we felt lonely, and we know throughout COVID-19, everyone's being encouraged to self-isolate, so you folks might be experiencing similar situations. Yeah. Just wanted to let you know that you folks aren't alone. Like, we're wanted to share experiences.
Yeah. And we're in this together, okay?
Yeah.
But,
so I guess we'll call it there, and we just,
end it. Yeah. And, hopefully we'll make more episodes. I think we're going to make more episodes. If you like this one, just let us know.
We'll try and keep you entertained so you aren't as lonely.
Yeah. So if you like this episode, just leave a comment and...
Yeah, reach out to us. Talk to us.
Reach out to us. Leave a comment. Whatever you gotta do it. And let us know. And we'll make more episodes. Okay? See you next time.
See ya.